Picaholics. So what I have for you is No Love, which is number 47 from Bradford. It's one of the EAS or E-Star S Heart MPX 6-cylinder. Bidding on it makes it challenging just because everything is a high lift. Not an extremely difficult pick, but you just gotta find the right hook. I feel like that everything we're gonna see, maybe a couple mushrooms, but mostly serrations in here, some threaded cylinders, some threaded chambers. So let's take it apart and see what's in here. Nice C-clip. Pardon me for bumping the table so much. Need a better stand. How's it feel? Yeah. That's a big one. Yeah, what the heck. You never know. Let's throw a shim in there. Goes in there real easily. This one took me maybe 10 minutes to pick at most. Quite easy. Can definitely see some cylinder mods. And I'm out of frame. Sorry about that. Pin's definitely set below, but that one's not. There it goes. Below shear. Strange because those should be sitting lower than that. There's something holding them up and in there. Let's get in there for a second. Can't get the pick back there. Too big of a profile. Regardless, so those two pins should be sitting lower from where they are because this number 2 cut is actually a deeper cut than these two, but they're sitting riding high in the core. So less movement on those when we have to actually go and pick them. Number 1, little torpedo pin. Number 2 is the same thing. Number 3 is the same thing. No wonder why they're riding a little bit high. This is a weird looking little pin. I don't even know what that is. Number 4 and number 5 are the same thing. And number 6 is another torpedo. So we've got that breakaway there, which is kind of optically interesting all on its own. Every chamber has just been threaded. That's all there is in here. We've got some damage from when it was being done. Kind of opens it up, makes it a little easier instead of being nice and tight across the shear line. Pins themselves. Number 1. Let's see if we can get that. So this is kind of what 1, 2, 3, and 6 look like. 4 is a little long, or excuse me, 2 is a little longer. Just put more of a mushroom. So if you go to overset that, you're definitely going to see some false setting. This really didn't false set too much. I don't know what the hell this thing is. It's got a larger diameter. It's almost like, if I were to give a guess, I'd say this is like a dimple key pin from, I don't know. It's bigger than what dimple keys normally are. Number 5. Same thing, but he's actually put in the little serration to kind of make it like that torpedo pin. Now let's get into this. Let's see if I can do this around the camera. Number 1, serrated, almost a spool. Just doesn't catch too much. Number 2 is an Asa barrel. Looks like it's been modified a little bit. Normally they have a little bit more, I'll show it to you in a second, around the barrel itself. Number 3 is once again an Ossa barrel. I think they've been milled just a hair. Normally around the barrel, I'll explain it when I get back to that in a second. They normally don't look like that. Number 6. Looks like an Ossa that might have been remodified. Number 5 is an Ossa, and maybe these aren't Ossas. They look a little, that's weird. There's an extra pin hiding in 5 for like a soft driver to keep it low. So there's also an extra driver along with the springs. Extra long springs. Actually, I think I have those backwards because this one spring is compressed, which makes sense for that extra driver being in there. I don't know what the purpose of that is. And number 4. And once again, right over that, and maybe because they're short throws, we're finding an extra top pin in there. On top of that, and once again, another compressed spring. The other ones are going to be just regular springs again. So these are the top pins. Number 1, little serrated spool. All these things are just meant to catch and click. So you can see what I'm saying. It's silver like a Ossa barrel, but normally, let me grab something. I'm not left-handed and try and do this. So normally the center part of the barrel, this on an Ossa is bigger. Ossas tend to have, I'd say, 1/16 to 3/16 of an inch. This is just a little bit bigger on it, so I'm not 100% sure. Maybe these are some oddball drivers, but they're also not, or maybe it's been picked enough. I mean, that is the quality of an Ossa pin. So I'm going to go with their Ossa pins. Where was the other one? This one, number 6. So I think this is an Ossa that has been milled, because you can see that silver and it got a little shallower. This lock does not fall set on you, but these 2 pins in number 4 and 5, strange how they come down to that. Let's just double check. I don't think there's going to be anything in the caps because none of the pins look like they've been pulled. Nah, we're all clean in the upper portion. So this is No Love by Bradford. Fun pick, but easy like you want it. And that is it. Have a good evening.